You're watching the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14.
Right now at 7, Powerball players will have another chance to win that $1.1 billion jackpot. The prize has an estimated cash value of $498.4 million. It's the game's 5th largest prize ever.
Also, children injured in a bus crash when 2 of its tires blow out. Investigators are looking into the crash.
And we've got cloudy skies out there, scattered showers and thunderstorm chances across the region. A full look at your forecast coming up.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. I'm Elise Noe.
And I'm Chris Warner, just after 7 o'clock on this Monday, September the 1st, Labor Day. Happy Labor Day to all of you if you have the day off or if you are laboring. That's all right as well, because you could be laboring your way to $1 billion.
Never have to work a day again in your life. The Powerball jackpot has surpassed $1 billion, and no one has claimed the grand prize.
That could be one of you, one of us, because the next massive drawing is tonight. Fox News senior multimedia reporter Caroline Elliott has more with the latest.
That next chance is Monday night at 10:59 p.m., which means some random person could walk into a gas station later, buy a $2 ticket, and could then become a billionaire, which is why so many people just love this game. Now, we do know that players will have another chance to win that $1.1 billion jackpot. The prize has an estimated cash value of $498.4 million, which is the game's 5th largest prize ever. When that kind of money is up for grabs, guys, these people are buying multiple tickets, and others are even playing as a family or within a friend group just to up their chances.
That's a lot of money. It can change a lot of people's life.
I use it to take, buy a house, take care of my family, build a place for homeless people, get them off the street if I can.
Get a house. I'm like living with my brother right now. Get a house for sure.
Winners will have 2 different options in getting that money. It can be paid out over 29 years, or you can just get it all at once, which of course, no surprise there, is the more popular option. Tickets are only $2, but before we all get our hopes up here, you should know, of course, those odds are very, very low. In fact, it's 1 in 292.2 million. So statistically, a math professor would say that you have better odds of getting struck by lightning. In Atlanta, Caroline Elliott, Fox News.
Well, I don't know about that, because we have thunderstorms in the area today, and those odds do say you have a better chance of being hit by lightning getting out of your car to go to the gas station to buy your Powerball ticket than you do. Now, if both were to happen, if you get the lightning strike, you make it, because there are plenty of people who have survived, and then you win the power, you are setting some records, but
and you got enough expenses to pay medical bills.
And still have change left over,
go.
Well, we're going to have opportunities for more scattered showers and storms. In all honesty, remember, when thunder roars, head indoors. Don't go out and play in the thunderstorms, okay? But we do have those continuing across the area. Live look outside downtown Pittsburgh. Skies are cloudy. Roads have become wet again because we've had some showers rolling through, and they will continue to do that. But on camera 20th and range line, something from the Matrix was just taking place there, but otherwise we're looking pretty good so far. Still cloudy though. Here's a look at Skywatch Storm Tracker. Showers out there. Now we know the lightning detector's working, because if you look way up here above the Skywatch logo, you can see it. We just haven't been picking up any cloud to ground lightning with this activity, which is fine. But eventually we'll see a transition where these storms start getting a little warmer and they start kind of blending. See how this line's filling in toward 135 and I-70 here? Eventually we'll get in on more thunderstorm type activity, but an emphasis, at least through today, nothing strong, nothing severe expected, but some thunderstorms are certainly possible with activity. It'll continue through the day. It won't be until late this evening that these showers and storms become considerably more isolated, but they will continue through the late evening and overnight hours as well. We're at 67 in Joplin right now and 67 in Pittsburgh as well. Around the region, temperatures are in the mid to upper 60s for all of us this morning. Stockton, you're now down with some of the cooler locations, but earlier this morning you started at 71. You were warmer than everybody else, which is kind of odd because usually Stockton's on the list of the cooler places. All right, near 70 by 9, mid-70s by noon. Mid-70s where our highs are headed, of course, across the area. If you get a little more of the sunshine, might be a pinch warmer than the mid-70s. If you get a little more of the clouds, you might be a little cooler than the mid-70s. But on average across our region, about the mid-70s. Southeast winds 5 to 10. We've got some isolated storm chances tomorrow. Wednesday looks great for most of the day, but then we do have the chance for some stronger storms Wednesday evening. Details in the full forecast in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, Chris, thanks. Well, 8 juveniles were injured in a church school bus crash in Missouri. Authorities say the bus blew front and rear passenger side tires, left the roadway, and overturned. The bus is registered to Olive Tree Baptist Church in Westwood. At least 2 of those hurt have serious injuries. Authorities are investigating the crash. Well, the candlelight vigil was held in Kansas City, Kansas to honor fallen police officer Hunter Simoncic. Simoncic was killed last week when a suspect allegedly intentionally struck him as he deployed stop sticks during a chase. The community came together to remember his service and sacrifice. A new state law in Kansas requires schools to show a video of fetal growth, but leaves it up to the individual districts to decide how exactly to present the information. Ana Valdez spoke with some school districts about how they're navigating the new requirement.
The new law states that any school district offering a course or instruction that teaches human growth, human development, or human sexuality must include a presentation of a high-quality, computer-generated animation or high-definition ultrasound of at least 3 minutes long, showing fetal development. The Kansas Department of Education has mixed views on the bill. Some support it.
This is basic health, this is basic physiology.
While some board members express concerns, there could be an use of artificial intelligence to create this material that could result in misleading or inaccurate content.
Can't fathom why an animation would be allowed, and I question where the line is.
Others also warned that the vagueness of the law could open the door to possible lawsuits.
Districts could find themselves in lawsuits no matter what they do, because somebody's going to say they didn't show it when they should have, and somebody else is going to say you shouldn't have shown it in that case, or you should have done something else along those lines.
Even though the law went into effect on July 1st, school districts in Kansas are still working to implement the required materials in classrooms. Wichita Public Schools said they are creating their own video, while Mulvane Public Schools said they are working with staff to comply with the new law. The law also does not specify which grade levels are appropriate or offer clear policy guidance, leaving many districts in limbo.
So you have now truly left 286 school districts to have to come up with 286 policies, procedures, curriculum, video, and it just opens up a wide variety of interpretation that's going to play out.
And those are our top news stories this half hour. Coming up next, Lori Horton stops by to make a sweet and salty peanut butter pie. And later, the STS Foundation needs host families for foreign exchange students. How you can participate in the rewarding program. You're watching the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. Time now, 7:08. We'll be right back. Welcome back this morning. Lori has been showing us how to make sweet and salty peanut butter pie. Now, we've made our base layer, our crust, kind of like you were calling it with those pretzels. So what do we have to do next, Lori?
Next, we're going to dive right into that sweet.
Okay.
We got our salty, we're ready for the sweet.
All right.
So essentially we have 4 layers going on here. Like you mentioned, we've got our crust, our first layer.
Yes.
We're going to mix together just a regular size box of chocolate Jell-O pudding.
Ooh.
I love the chocolate fudge, but you can stick with the regular chocolate as well. Just whatever you prefer. I'm going to add in here about 2.5 cups of whole milk.
Okay.
And I tell you guys this every time we use milk in any recipe, but you always want to use whole milk.
Right, of
you
course.
You need that little extra fat to it. That's what makes things rich and creamy. So unless you're really going all in for trying to make this recipe a little bit lower fat, where you could use your lower fat cream cheese, your Cool Whip, your sugar-free Jell-O, things like that. But they definitely do mix up better. Okay, so we're doing this on purpose, even though this is not our next layer, because we want to let this set aside and stiffen up just a little bit. It doesn't need to totally set, but we're going to get that mixed, put it aside. While we were in our break, I whipped together 2 blocks of cream cheese
Okay, yes.
with a cup of peanut butter.
And you were softening that, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
we let that set out for a good 45 minutes
Okay.
so that it really was nice and whipped and creamy, but yet still very stable. You'll see my spatula is nice and sturdy in there. We also added a cup and a half of powdered sugar. So again, super healthy recipe, but this is our sweet this morning. So we're gonna serve this in small batches. Added just a little splash of vanilla to that as well. So you can see it's very nice and creamy. So just to really add that extra fluffiness to it, we're gonna throw in a tub of Cool Whip.
So good. Yes.
Now on our recipe, when you guys go to KOAM News Now and grab this, it will say that you're using 16 ounces of Cool Whip, which is 100% correct. But if you're like me and you kind of stock up when they're on sale and you've got some in the freezer, that's just 2 tubs. You're gonna put 1 in this container. We're gonna save 1 back for the topping.
Perfect.
So if you go and you grab that bigger 16-ounce container, you're just gonna put in about half and save back half for the rest. So we'll just fold that in very not gently, because this is not a recipe that's gonna fall if you get a little bit too aggressive with it. We just wanna make sure that it's nice and thoroughly mixed. And this is gonna be our first layer. It's somewhere between kind of a cheesecake and a mousse layer with that peanut butter and cream cheese and that nice fluffy Cool Whip to it. So once we've got that really well incorporated, we're gonna come back to that pretzel crust, which is very cooled. Make sure that you really let that set and cool before you even think about putting anything cold on top of it. We're gonna put this entire container or this entire mixture on top of that. As I said in the first bit, I like to do mine in a little bit smaller container and get nice thick layers in there. You can do this in a bigger 9x13 pan and have a little bit thinner layers and cut those smaller pieces when you serve it. But we're gonna put this whole thing on there. We're gonna spread it out nicely to the edges. When we come back, our chocolate pudding should be well set to go with our next layer, and then we'll top it off with some Cool Whip and some little extra pieces. You know, we never leave well enough alone.
Well, it already looks and smells so great, Lori. Thanks, and stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We are here with Lori, who has been showing us her recipe for the sweet and salty peanut butter pie. Now, we've done a lot already, incorporating different things, but what do we have left to do, Lori?
All we've got left to do is that chocolate layer to go, because, you know, nothing goes better together than peanut butter and chocolate, right? We add into these very sweet type of layers that salty base to help offset that just a little bit. But our next one to go on there is just our chocolate pudding mixture. And it's starting to thicken up just a little bit to where it's not just that milk kind of consistency. So we're gonna pour this on top of the peanut butter cream cheese mixture that we've already incorporated in. And then it's gonna be a little bit easier if you go ahead and pop this in the fridge for a few minutes. Just because we wanna keep those layers really nice and separated. And we'll cut, I say cut, we're gonna scoop a little slice out of this when we get done, just to see how nice those layers are. And again, I did mine in a smaller container, so you really get a nice thick look to it. So we're gonna set that one aside, and I'm gonna come over here to this one that I put together last night. So that's been in the fridge overnight. You can do this up ahead of time, but it doesn't have to set very long. So this is definitely something you could throw together this morning and have this afternoon if you're gonna have some people over for Labor Day. Very, very easy. So we're just gonna take that second tub of Cool Whip, or the second half of your large tub, give it a little stir, make sure that it's well thawed. Throw that in the refrigerator the night before for sure, if you can. Nothing worse than half frozen Cool Whip. We're gonna just scoop pretty much that whole second container on the top. But then we wanna make sure that everybody knows what's inside this when they go to grab a scoop, you know? So we'll spread that out a little bit. And what I did was save back just a little bit of my crushed pretzels that we made that crust with. Reese's peanut butter cups, we can cut up some, or I've got some of the minis. Those are so perfect for adding those little touches to our desserts. And we could add some Reese's Pieces to this, little bit of a large coarse sea salt if you wanted to get just a little bit more of that saltiness to the top. But we're gonna sprinkle just a few of those on there, because again, you want to make sure everybody kind of knows what they're getting into. You take a Cool Whip top dessert to a party. It could be anything. It really could be anything. So we want to put a few pieces on there so they know we've got peanut butter in there. They know we've got that pretzel to the bottom. So it's going to...
A little extra treat on top.
Yeah,
too,
it's, you can't go wrong. You could even drizzle this with just a little bit of chocolate syrup on top and really go crazy. But we're going to take a little scoop out of that corner, really get down to those pretzels if I can without cutting through the aluminum pan. And we'll see those nice, such thick layers of that. And then when you come back to your pan, it'll be a little bit hard to see in there. But you really see that peanut butter. Oh, so good. Say somewhere between a cheesecake and kind of a peanut butter mousse. So it is
so good.
So good. So very rich. Serve this in small scoops for sure. This looks like a small pan, but this should serve a large crowd for sure.
Well, it looks fantastic. Lori, thanks again for sharing another fantastic recipe. Happy to have you. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. It's 7:23 now on this Monday, Labor Day Monday. And we've got scattered showers and eventually some rumbles of thunder will be taking place out there. Skywatch Storm Tracker showing us where we've got the rain. Do have some thunderstorms again up northeast of Salina and north of I-70. Nothing strong or severe expected with any of this activity today, but eventually we'll get some thunder in there. Light showers continuing across parts of Coffee and Anderson County. Up in the northern edges of our area. Then we head further south. We got some showers into parts of Bourbon County now, southwestern Bourbon County. Goodness, getting a little heavier rain out there. Iola, some light showers there as well. Erie still on the backside of some rain. Girard, Pittsburgh, you're getting ready to settle into some heavy rain there. And then down toward Columbus and Oswego and Chautauqua, so back through Cherokee County and eastern Lebec County. Showers and some heavier rain out there as well north of Columbus. And we've got some showers now pushing back into the Joplin area. Then down south of Neosho and around Grove. We head out east. We got some just on the east side of Cassville, and then some heavier showers northern Washington County. So again, eventually some thunderstorm activity is expected, some rumbles of thunder. Nothing strong, nothing severe with anything that we're seeing this morning as this continues to push off to the east. Got a low pressure system out there. It's bringing us showers and some thunderstorms. As we head to the noon hour, still scattered showers and storms out there. So unfortunately for your Labor Day, it's looking to be pretty soggy. And if you're doing anything outside, if you don't mind a little rain, okay. But you still want to remember when thunder roars, head indoors because you don't want to be out there during a thunderstorm. The lightning can still be dangerous, can still be deadly. Whether the storm is all that bad or not itself, whether the rain's coming down lightly, it doesn't matter. You still got to watch out for the lightning. By late evening, here we are about 9 o'clock or so, you can see we've got isolated storms. So this is isolated. We've got one into maybe parts of Greenwood County out to the west of Yates Center. We got another one down here around Grove and a light shower into Cherokee County. That's isolated. Then we go back, we'll continue really with isolated shower thunderstorm chances overnight tonight. And then for a brief time tomorrow morning, we may go back to scattered showers and storms. There's a few more of them as we start our Tuesday, but then we will pretty quickly return back to isolated showers and storms as this low pressure system continues to track off to the east-northeast and will bring all these little rain chances with us, leaving us dry with a northerly breeze on the backside of that. Then we go into Wednesday. Most of Wednesday is fine. Just a few clouds here and there. We're going to be warmer because we'll have more sunshine, but then we have another front approaching by late Wednesday evening that'll start to give us shower and thunderstorm chances again. Initially, we could be looking at some individual storms, so isolated to scattered storms, and then we could possibly get a line of storms with this cold front. Still some arguments in the data, some of the data saying one thing, some saying the other, but we're looking at storms continuing behind this front, and some of the storms, like ahead of the front and behind it, could be strong to low-grade severe. And so that's why, at least for now, we do have a level 1 out of 5 risk on Wednesday for late Wednesday evening, very early Thursday morning, where we could get some stronger storms, maybe some large hail and some gusty winds. Something that we will keep an eye on very closely over the next few days. And it's still not expecting like a significant severe weather event at this point, but still some stronger storms. And it's been a minute since we've had stronger storms to worry about. So we'll keep an eye on that for you. So again, scattered showers, thunderstorms continuing across the region. Upper 60s by 8, low 70s by 11 o'clock this morning. On average, our highs today heading for the mid 70s. We'll go a little warmer tomorrow with fewer rain chances, so upper 70s out there. Low to mid 80s Wednesday. Not bad Thursday. Pop-up storm or two Friday. Heating up into the weekend. You can see we get up to 90, but it's very brief. We have another system starting next week. More showers and storms. Temperatures back to the upper 70s and low 80s. That's today your forecast. We've got another half hour, really, of the KOAM Morning News right after this.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. It's currently 7:30. I'm Elise Snowy. The STS Foundation is a nonprofit that matches host families with exchange students. Since the nonprofit started in 1986, over 1,500 students have been matched in Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Missouri. Officials from the foundation say a loving host family can impact a foreign high school student's life forever.
Focusing on, okay, this is exactly what we do in a day, and we forget about the things that are secondhand nature to us. But it can open up someone's eyes to their own community again, and it's so much fun to be able to see a student's view on something that we are so used to experiencing every day.
You can find out more about becoming a host family for a semester or full school year by visiting our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. The 120th Old Settlers Picnic took place over the weekend and continues this Labor Day in Uniontown. Events began with the Old Settlers Street Dance and continued throughout the day. One event kicked off with the Kids Fishing Derby at the Uniontown High School Pond. And Walnut Days, the annual Labor Day celebration for the town of Walnut, Kansas, took place over the weekend as well. All the festival staples were at the celebration, including a bounce house and a car show. A parade went through town, and folks also had the chance to participate in a horseshoe and cornhole tournament.
I have family that's spread all over the area, so they all make an appearance here at Walnut Days to support me and the committee, and also just support our small town. This is where I grew up. I've been coming to Walnut Days my entire life, and so just to be on the other side of it and get to be the one putting it on is a really cool thing to happen.
Events ended with the street dance, and the 60th Labor Day Classic hit its final day at Mocan Dragway. More than 200 racers battled it out in 6 different categories, including 3 kids categories. Racers could win money if they made it in the top 3 of the brackets, or at least that's how things would have shaken out, but events were canceled due to rain. There is no word on if and when the races will be made up.
If you got a problem with your car, you need something, you just go right next door to your buddies or even people you don't know. They're glad to help. It's like a big family out here. It's my other family.
You can stay up to date by following the Mocan Dragway Facebook page. And tires met the pavement in Pittsburgh for a car show to help a good cause over the weekend. The car show was hosted by the Law Enforcement Torch Run. All proceeds from the event benefit Special Olympics Kansas.
You come out and help raise money for Special Olympics and to give just to be out here. It's amazing to see how our community can just come out here and help out another brand.
The Law Enforcement Torch Run has raised more than $1 billion for Special Olympics across the country since 1981. Let's head over now to Chris for a quick look at the forecast.
Yeah, we've got showers and eventually some rumbles of thunder will be building into the area as we head through the afternoon. Pittsburgh, right now you are dry, but rain is knocking on your back door. And on the Joplin side, rain moving in now from parts of Cherokee County. So we've got fresh rain beginning to fall from MoDOT Camera 20th and Rangeline. Here's a look at all of that. Some heavier rain now building in through Cherokee County and stretching back up into Crawford County as well. Heavier showers into northern Washington County. And we've still got some rain around the Grove area, parts of McDonald and Newton County, and then Berry County as well with some of these showers. Nothing strong or severe expected. We are seeing an uptick again in some of the lightning with this activity, which again, it's just where our environment will eventually be supportive of some thunderstorms here and there. But again, an emphasis, no severe weather expected. But if you're doing anything outdoors for Labor Days, you've got to, or for Labor Day, you've got to remember when thunder roars, head indoors. You still want to be safe out there with the thunderstorm potential. Scattered shower storms continue through the majority of the day for us, and so unfortunately, it's going to be a pretty soggy day. They'll become considerably more isolated late this evening and into the overnight hours, but still, we will continue with some shower and thunderstorm chances tonight, tomorrow as well, and then again Wednesday evening. We're at 67 in Joplin, 66 in Pittsburgh. Across the region, temperatures still holding out for just about all of us, mid-upper 60s. We do have Miami as the warm spot, sitting at 70 degrees this morning. Should be into the upper 60s by 9, and we'll have the mid-70s, and we're going to kind of level out. Most of us should level out about the mid-70s for our highs, just with the rain, the cloud cover. Some of you may be a little warmer, some a little cooler, and we'll have southeast winds at around 5 to 10. As I mentioned, we still have some isolated storm chances tomorrow, and we're watching the potential for some stronger storms Wednesday evening. We'll go over those details with you in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, Chris, thanks for Little Balkans Day's return to Pittsburgh for its 40th anniversary. KOAM's Mitch Adams visited the event and brings us more history.
At Lincoln Park in Pittsburgh, the Little Balkans Day Festival kicks off for its 40th year. Starting as a small folklife market in the mid-'80s, the festival has grown dramatically since it started.
So it started in 1985. It was a build on Bev Cochran's festival that was all folklife driven. So it started out as kind of a maker's market as far as the craft vendors were concerned. The music's changed over the years. The vendors have grown.
With the changing of the times also comes the multiplication of vendors, with over 100 set up in the park.
Well, you have lots of vendors that this is their income. This is their business that they run. Some have full-time jobs, some don't. The sales tax obviously helps the city of Pittsburgh, but it's a community festival. I run into high school classmates here. Family sees that cousin you don't see all the time because people come to town during Little Balkans Day.
The festival has turned from something niche in a small town to something that symbolizes community.
You've got people that are supporting small businesses because shop local is super important. So it's all about our sense of community and our history and where we come from and how we come together to not only support a good cause, but have a good time.
The Little Balkans Day Festival is the perfect blend of family fun and economic success, not only for the city of Pittsburgh, but also for the vendors that are set up selling their items. Reporting in Pittsburgh, Kansas, Mitch Adams, KOAM News.
And that's a look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. We take a look at what businesses are open today for the Labor Day holiday. Well, in Consumer Watch, the summer-ending holiday of Labor Day honors America's labor movement, but not all of labor's efforts are open to you. Labor Day means many workers will be still working to serve you, but certain businesses will be closed for the day. Labor Day is a federal holiday, and that means federal and state government offices around the country are closed. The U.S. Postal Service will not be delivering or picking up mail, as well as delivery services such as UPS. The U.S. stock market will also not be doing trading, and U.S. banks will also be off for the day. But many services will continue as normal. Most major retailers such as Walmart, Kroger, and Target will continue business operations, and many may be offering special deals as an incentive for you to make purchases. Grocery stores will vary, so check your local retailer. Costco will be closed. Aldi's will operate on limited hours. Well, Taco Bell's use of artificial intelligence in some drive-through situations is getting second thoughts by the company. A Wall Street Journal report say the fast food chain is re-examining how to deploy AI use in its drive-throughs following its test run in about 500 locations. The rethinking comes as some customers have voiced frustrations on social media. Others have trolled the AI order system into fake orders, such as asking for 8,000 cups of water. According to the report, executives say that they still want to press ahead with using AI, but some situations may not be the best for its use, such as in busy restaurants with long lines. The company says it will work with individual restaurants to help coach them when to use AI and when to have humans jump in to customer ordering situations. The unofficial end to summer is here, and if you're looking to squeeze in a final trip before fall, there's some good news. Airfare and gas prices are down, and Consumer Watch Jen Sullivan has tips for travelers. And it looks like we're having some technical difficulties on our end. We do apologize for that. Let's go over now and take a look at the market prices before the opening bell.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. It's 7:43 now on this Labor Day Monday. And of course, many of us still have to labor anyway. And whether you are or are not, you will need the umbrella. As you can see, we still have some scattered showers and eventually some rumbles of thunder out there as well. Starting to see some heavier rain develop with some of these showers out there. So again, we'll start up to the north. Anderson, Coffee counties, we've got some light showers up there. That's kind of been the case through most of the morning around Burlington and south of Garnett. Now, heading a little further south, we go light showers north of Yates Center and east of Iola, and then around Bronson we've got some rain. Well, really the southern portions now, Bourbon County, getting some showers and some moderate rain out there. A few light showers around Nevada, Lamar as well. We got a couple of sprinkles, it looks like, just immediately east of Jasper. This is what we're talking about. So back through Crawford County and even into Cherokee County now, you can see we've got some heavier rain. Nothing severe, nothing strong, and nor are we expecting anything like that. But we're getting some heavier showers out there. Now southeast of Columbus, rain rolling through the Joplin area, getting ready to push in Neosho as well. North of Pineville, around Grove. Still some showers around Cassville, and now entering the Monette area. And then back further west, another area of some heavier rain here in northern Washington County. If we get a little closer, so south of Caney, north of Copan. And we got some showers south of Coffeyville, north of Lenapaw, and then around Independence as well, stretching back into parts of Chautauqua County. Eventually, like I said, some thunderstorms certainly possible. In fact, we're seeing, again, a new uptick in some of the lightning count with this activity well off to our northwest. But it's just, again, the environment will warm up just enough where we'll get some thunderstorms out there. But again, today at least, nothing strong, nothing severe that's expected. But you still want to remember the main rule with thunderstorm activity is when thunder roars, head indoors, because lightning can still be dangerous. It is still deadly, regardless of the level of intensity of the storm. Even a light shower, if there's lightning with that lightning can still be dangerous. So just make sure you're playing it safe. You got any outdoor plans with Labor Day today? Again, scattered shower storms will continue through the majority of our day and into the evening. Now, by late evening, we start to go a little more isolated with our showers and storms. Not that many out there, and that'll continue overnight. They'll be isolated, but we'll still have showers and some thunderstorms. Now, early tomorrow morning, we go back to kind of more of a scattered nature as this low pressure system starts to push by. So we'll have a few more showers, a couple of rumbles of thunder to start our day Tuesday. But as that system continues to push away from us, we'll start going back to isolated showers, perhaps a rumble of thunder or two out there. And that's really going to be about it for Tuesday. That low pressure gets out of here, and it'll leave us with mostly clear to partly cloudy skies through the day on Wednesday. Because we're going to get a little more sunshine, a little bit of a southerly breeze for some of us as well. It will allow us to warm back up a bit. We'll go low mid-80s. Most of our Wednesday looks great. But by late Wednesday evening, let's say after 6, 7 o'clock, showers and thunderstorms begin building into our northern counties, and some of these could be strong to low-grade severe with some hail and gusty winds as the primary concern. These storms initially isolated to scattered in nature, and you see this, we've got a cold front coming through. That's that wind shift line. There's been some disagreements on the data, but there's at least the possibility we could get a line of storms. It wouldn't be super, a big intense line of, oh my goodness, out there, but a line of storms may develop by late Wednesday into early Thursday morning. It could also, though, be strong to low-grade severe, again with wind and hail being the primary concern. So we'll keep an eye on that for you as we get closer to Wednesday and early Thursday morning. And if we do see anything that stands out or if there's any significant changes to our severe weather outlook, we'll let you know. So a reminder again, if you ever see this, the light green here, that's just thunderstorms. That means nothing strong, nothing severe. The light green just means general thunderstorms. Then we get into our categories where we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And so for Wednesday, it's a level 1 out of 5 risk for a good portion of the northern half of our area. So we'll just keep an eye on it. If anything changes, we certainly will let you know. We've got the rain falling in Joplin right now, as we showed you on Skywatch Storm Tracker. Heavier rain on the way. Scattered showers, storms through the morning. Near 70 by 8, low 70s by 11 o'clock this morning. Highs today for most of us averaging at about the mid-70s. We'll go upper 70s tomorrow, again, simply because the rain chances will gradually begin to wind down. Then we'll go low mid-80s on Wednesday because most of the day is dry. Not bad Thursday, Friday, a couple of pop-up storms. This is as hot as we get for a while, about 90 by this upcoming Sunday, maybe a pop-up shower or storm. And then we'll have additional scattered showers and storms to kick off next week. And that puts our temperatures back down to a much more friendly and manageable level into the upper 70s and low 80s. That's a check of your forecast. We've got more of the KOAM Morning News right after this.
There's been a huge uptick in the number of great white sharks on the East Coast, fueled by climate change and seals.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers has more from New York.
It's not something I see out here. I haven't seen one before in 40-some years of fishing.
It's been a summer of sharks on the East Coast, where sightings of great whites have more than doubled in the past 5 years. They're known as the apex predators of the ocean, with tremendous power and speed. But locals say they're getting used to their new neighbors.
The sharks, they'll stick that much of their fin out, so that's all you see. And it was just, you had to have a sharp eye for it.
And it's been nothing like the movie Jaws. The sharks are eating seals, not people. The food supply is one of the main reasons they're moving north into New England and southern Canada.
It could be a function of a growing prey base in Canadian waters, and that would be seals.
Experts say those waters are uniquely suited for feeding sharks and other big predators.
There's a lot of rock structures, so that tends to, be home for a lot of marine species, which is food.
There are two other factors driving the resurgence: a big rebound in the great white population and climate change, which is bringing ocean temperatures up and possibly luring the sharks further north. So far, there have been no major disruptions reported as a result of the migration, and most locals say it's all part of living in an ocean community.
It's magnificent to see such big creatures in our ocean, in our local waters, and so close to shore.
Even though great whites are coming back in bigger numbers, it's still illegal to fish for them in U.S. waters. In New York, Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
Certainly interesting to see those guys up there.
Yeah,
Sure,
it's got to be a little different, I mean, you certainly want to avoid them. You don't want to try and be friends with them, because I don't think they'll be friends with you so much. And unfortunately, I know nobody's my friend today, simply because it's raining. It's Labor Day, and we've got scattered showers and storms through most of the day. Skywatch Storm Tracker showing us where we are continuing to see some shower activity out there. Eventually, some of this will start rumbling on us. Nothing strong or severe expected today, but some of these showers could become some thunderstorms, which we're already seeing up here. And you can see this activity is starting to push a little further south and east. And again, we'll get a mix of scattered showers and thunderstorms through the day today. Unfortunately, again, they stick around the whole day about, so remember the number one thing, even though we're not expecting severe weather today, when thunder roars, head indoors. You don't want to be outside with the thunderstorm for any Labor Day activities. They'll become a bit more isolated late this evening and overnight, but still dealing with some shower and thunderstorm activity. A little more scattered to start Tuesday, but then they'll become more isolated again as the low pressure system associated with all this begins to pull away from the area, leaving us with just a few sprinkles possibly by tomorrow afternoon and evening. Overnight, we're fine. Most of our Wednesday, we're fine, but then late Wednesday evening, we'll start to see opportunities for additional showers and thunderstorms, and some of the activity we see late Wednesday could be strong to low-grade severe. Do have a level 1 out of 5 risk for Wednesday for the northern half of the area for maybe some hail and gusty winds. Got another look at your forecast and your wake-up recap right after this.
This is your Wake Up Recap for September 1st. The top stories to start your day. $1.1 billion is up for grabs in tonight's Powerball drawing. The 5th largest prize in game history is drawing long lines as players buy multiple tickets. The drawing happens at 10:59 Eastern Time, and for just $2, you could become the next billionaire. Entire failure causes a church school bus to overturn in Missouri, injuring 8 children. The Olivet Baptist Church bus left the roadway after blowing front and rear passenger side tires. Investigators are looking into the crash. And a local nonprofit needs your help to change lives. The STS Foundation matches host families with foreign exchange students, and they're looking for more families to open their homes. That's a check of today's Wake Up Recap.
And scattered showers, thunderstorms for our Labor Day across the area. We'll go into the mid-70s out there. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. And again, nothing strong or severe expected today. But of course, if you're doing anything outdoors for Labor Day, remember, when thunder roars, head indoors. Scattered showers, thunderstorms continue through the evening, becoming a bit more isolated overnight. Upper 50s, low 60s, calm winds. Isolated shower storms for our Tuesday, so most of us dry, a little warmer. Wednesday looks great until we get to the evening. We'll go low mid-80s, and we've got those thunderstorm chances with an approaching cold front. And again, some of those could be strong to low grade severe with hail and gusty winds as the primary concern. Thursday, not too bad. A few pop-up storms Friday, and then we go back around 90 degrees or so for Sunday before we cool back down. More rain chances next week. So not bad. Just stinks that it has to rain on Labor Day. Can't wait until everyone's at work and indoors where they can't have fun. Then they could look outside and be like, I'm glad I'm inside today.
Well, would you rather have a little bit of a rainy Labor Day or a blistering hot Labor Day?
A little bit of a rainy one, I guess.
A little bit of a rainy one.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Well, thank you all so much for joining us. We're back with more at noon.
Have a great rest of your morning.